Peace and blessings, everybody. For those who know, who not in Houston know what's going on in Houston, or don't know what's going on in Houston. Houston is going through a major flood situation. It says unprecedented, something that they have never encountered in regards to when I say they, the news and weather people and so forth. And so therefore, a lot of the structure of Houston, the structure for what we're going through right now, because it has never experienced it before. And that's just how life is, to stretch an individual, to strengthen an individual, people, you have to be taken beyond your natural limits. Anyway, I woke up today, a lot of cars on the street. My street, one of the grateful ones in this particular area where I'm at. Yeah, we get a little water in the street. It floods a little bit of the street. But give it a few hours, it's completely gone, especially if it's not raining hard or it's not raining at all. So I'm very grateful. I must say that first, man. I'm very, very grateful. I stay in the inner parts of Houston, close to the downtown area. But anyway, I hit a lot of cars this morning when I got up. They started moving. I'm trying to figure out, why are these cars on the street? Made me feel like, freeway wide open or something. Anyway, so I'm on the news. That's not the case. I don't know where everybody going at that particular time, but I think the grocery stores might have been one, because a lot of grocery stores that were open today. So a lot of people was going out re-upping. You know what I'm saying? I went out and grabbed me a few things. While I was out, I went and dropped off some clothes and jackets and stuff that I had already packing to do some stuff with, and this situation came about, so it was very, I guess, on time, And I know some people would definitely appreciate and value it more than I was, than I was appreciating, because I wasn't using it, I wasn't wearing it. So anyway, with all that being said, I heard this comedian this morning where I'm sitting there listening to this comedian show on Showtime, and it was, her name is Tiffany, I think Haddish or Haddon or something like that. And she's seems to have a very beautiful character. She seems to be full of life, And one thing I think that stood out about her, that she seems to make the best out of everything, the most out of everything. And when you just listen to her tell her stories, it just makes you laugh, it makes you smile with her. She has that kind of thing going on, even on camera. And so, anyway, when she closed out her stand-up comedy, that was one of the things she said. I was in the kitchen preparing some food, and she said, she telling everybody, man, you have to try to always see the good in everything. So that resonated with me. It made me think about what we're going through right now. And I'm like, man, how can I transfer that? How can I express that? In what way can I apply that right now and tell the people of Houston and the people in the surrounding counties, and even the people in other states who are going through whatever they're going through, that no matter what you're going through, no matter how bad it seems, it can always get worse, one, right? But two, just try to still see the good in everything. Even in going through whatever you're going through. It's difficult. It's very difficult. So how can I convey that? How can I say that in a way it makes sense? How can I say that in a way where people won't say, you crazy? How can I say that? So as I was riding through the rain, headed to go do what I was going to go do, and once I done it, I'm steady pondering. And I'm like, yeah, I have to do it. And I had to first think about if you believe that, Hassan, why do you believe that? What can you possibly say is a benefit or a good side of what we're going through right now? What can you say is a good side of heartache? So I thought about it. And I'm going to tell you, this is what I come up with. One, it brings people together. You see, going through what we're going through right now, man. One thing I just heard them say on the news is that the people of the United States are seeing Texas people at their best. Because right now, no matter if a black hates a white or a white hates a black or a Mexican hates a whoever, guess what? Whoever they hate, if that's the person that come up on that boat to save you and pull you out of that house that's about to drown, will you not get on that boat just because you had an issue with that particular race of a person? You'll get on that boat and you're going to be grateful. When you're going through something like what we're going through, when you're going through a hardship, when your world is being crumbled or being destroyed right in front of you and there's nothing you can do, it does something to you. That humbles the person. That knocks all the arrogance out of an individual. Because that lets us know that we're only human and it's only so much we can do. But when a whole group or nation is going through it, the very same thing, guess what it do to a nation? It erases class, gender, race, ethnicity. It erases scholarship. It don't matter what kind of letters you got behind your name. It don't matter how much money you making. It don't matter what neighborhood you live in. We are equal when we're going through what we're going through. Especially when we experience that in nature. See, one thing, let's say the inner city was going through it and the outer city wasn't. One thing about the outer city, I feel like, well, that's the benefit of being able to live on the outer city and not in the inner city. See, typically the inner city is filled with more hoods. The hood is suffering. But ironically, not as much as the outer cities. But can the inner city say that the reason why they're going through is because of this, that, that, and another? I don't believe that that's our place to say that either. I think that right now we all going through it. We all experience. We got grandmothers, mothers, kids, brothers. Everybody is suffering in some way or another because everybody is taking a loss that they really can't afford to take or didn't want to take. It creates and brings out humility. Humility brings the people together. Ain't no class, ain't no gender, ain't no age, race, ethnicity. There's not even no religion. When a people is suffering, a people come together to deal with the thing that's causing them to suffer. The next thing I had jotted down was that in the midst of it bringing the people together, it creates a bond. You see, once a brother told me this one time, he said, when the individual goes through his trials and tribulations, you may come out worse or you may come out better, but one thing for sure, you're not going to come out the same. Most people would come out of a situation like this when they've been bonded, looking at each other just a tad bit different. You got whites helping blacks, blacks helping whites, people in the country helping people in the city, and vice versa. The other thing that it does is, ultimately, it brings about gratitude. It makes us grateful for what we have. It makes us grateful for what we have. All the things that we took for granted when it's underwater and destroyed, now we see the value in it. And when we re-get it all again, we look at it differently. We look at life, material gain differently. It has more value to us like it did in the beginning. Because see, some of us handled some things. Some of us grind from the start. And for those who grinded from the start, yeah, we always been grateful. At least most. Because sometimes, even for those who came from the dirt on up, forget And I believe that overall, that is the ultimate design of destruction, is to bring about in every individual humility and gratitude. Humility and gratitude. With those two things, a hell of a lot of love come out of that. Love also equates how much you like or value something. It's only another term to express how much you're willing to sacrifice for that which you claim to value. Nobody comes out of a trial and tribulation the same. What good can we get out of this? What good do we see out of going through what we go through? I say we become human. Humanity come out. The humanity comes out of the human. Humility, gratitude, love, appreciation. When we going through something, it brings family together. That bill that the brother Ray stacked up on you, or whatever it is, the kid had messed up, or the car he had wrecked, or whatever. Even infidelity is forgotten under certain levels of struggle and turmoil. Because what it do is creates a situation where everybody can be of a benefit to each other. And the benefit that we bring to each other becomes invaluable. One thing about something like this here, it creates bonds, man. It makes us love each other a whole lot more. It almost has the same power as death. You ever notice how beautiful a person becomes when he dies? How much family love their loved one when they die, no matter how much wrong they done, no matter how much ugliness they've created. When they gone really forever, it's just something about that, man. But see, we got to reach a point where we keep this. The place where we are right now, we got to keep it. We got to have whatever we feeling right now, the humility, the love, the gratitude, the appreciation for each other. We got to keep it. Or guess what? We ain't passed the test. And guess what? We're going to take it again. Gerald Hassan, the children's Enlightening Minds Enterprise. Find the good in everything. That's what Tiffany Haddish say. Peace and blessings.